Here's Chief Meteorologist Chase Jones.
Well, we've definitely seen some impressive winds all day, and some of this high cloud cover lets us know the storm is on its way. Now, we're tracking those temperatures as we cool off pretty quickly, and we see those high winds. Now, we're going to see a lot of warming from the south as we make our way into another beautiful evening, but we have our eye on those trick-or-treat conditions as we start to wrap up October already, all the way down into those upper 60s last night. That's with some of those strong southerly winds. Then we got all the way up into those lower 80s, getting awfully close to that record, and then we're cooling off pretty quickly right now, already at 74 degrees. Everybody else is going to be joining us in a combination of those lower 70s as we continue to cool off throughout the rest of the evening, looking from the northwest because that's where our cool air is going to be making its way in. 70 degrees up there in Sterling City, 72 down there in Junction, 74 in Sonora. It's been the hot spot for quite a while. That joins us here in San Angelo, so we're looking at about 5 degrees across the entire region. Now, it's been holding strong in this category, or at least its temperature spread all day, if not the last weekend. Now, as we make our way into this evening, you heard Haley talking about those dry conditions. We're looking at them right now, even though those dew points are in those 40s and those 50s, as well as those humidity indices going from those 30s all the way up into those 50s, nearing that 60% mark. You've seen how much they've made their way up overnight, but they're definitely very dry, including when we talk about seeing some of those drought monitor conditions. Now, the rain is definitely on its way. Take a look at this monster long wave trough. It's going to fight its way over the Concho Valley, and that's where we're going to see some of those winds and then some of that rain shower activity. Things warm up and take a break by Halloween, but another long wave trough will make its way in, and then we're looking at a lot of sustained rain shower activity where it's going to produce a lot of snow already in the Rocky Mountains. They're looking at about a foot of snow, and it's under some hard freeze warnings down here in the Concho Valley, just down into the 70s. When we look at the water vapor imagery, we're getting a good idea of how strong this long wave trough is pushing all that moisture up into the atmosphere and taking aim somewhere around Iowa, if not Missouri, and into Wisconsin. Now, that's going to let us know what the next wave is going to do because it's sort of clearing the path. When you look at the moisture tracker, you're going to watch how this blue cold front will show back up, and then the dry air will push in behind it. Look at how strong these concentrations of yellow are pushing up near Louisiana, looking awfully severe weatherish when you talk about Tornado Alley and around the springtime. Now, we're back in that transition period, and in fact, daylight savings time is going to be on Sunday, and we're going to lose an hour, so we're definitely inside that transition period. When we look at severe weather going into tonight, still around Utah and those Rocky Mountains into Wyoming, but they're really focusing on the high winds. Same goes for down here in the Concho Valley. Now, they're out of the northwest, pretty strong right now, around 50 to 60 miles per hour, up there at about 5,000 feet. Down here at about 1,000 feet, they're still going about 20 to 30 miles per hour out of the south. Now, we're looking at strong prefrontal warming working in tandem with some of those nighttime effects. It's pushing in from the coastal regions. When we look at the futurecast, you're going to continue to watch this cloud cover push in by tomorrow morning. Keep your eyes near Ozona. You're going to see some light rain shower activity despite seeing some of those high winds. As Tuesday evening rolls around into Wednesday morning, we'll still see some of that low cloud cover and those scattered thunderstorms. As we make our way into Wednesday evening, keep your eye again on Ozona. Look how strong this line of thunderstorms will push through, and then it continues to stay to the south of us before things calm down by around lunchtime for beautiful conditions for trick-or-treating. Now, as that prediction gets even closer, we'll get a more clear idea of how strong that pre-front will be. Well, we really want to focus on the winds. Take a good look as we make our way into tonight, around 15 to 20 miles per hour. As I get out of the way of Ozona, we make our way closer towards tomorrow, 30 miles per hour out of the south. As our cold front starts to push in, you'll still see them about 20 miles per hour going into tomorrow and into Wednesday before things finally calm down. Again, trick-or-treating is going to be beautiful, but tonight we're going to be dropping back down into those 60s. We're going to see if those high winds still keep us warm overnight. Then tomorrow, be on the lookout for some of that early morning light rain, but make sure you're keeping a lookout for some of those dust storms as well as making sure that you keep your eye on those stronger gusts. So keep your head on a swivel out there tomorrow. Looking awfully dangerous, some potentially damaging winds. Things will gradually cool down as we get closer towards Halloween, and then as we wrap up October and make our way into November, the rain starts almost immediately. By the time we get to Sunday, we're looking at a good opportunity for some thunderstorm activity as those temperatures drop back down into those upper 70s, and then we lose an hour, cool off even more into those mid 70s, while those lows continue to fight back and forth in those lower 60s. Stay tuned. I'm up at the break. You're watching KSAN News at 10.